Hey little big heroes! Before we get into our top 5 Dreams Beta creations, we have some news regarding early access. We're even closer to Dreams early access, and Media Molecule revealed the exact time it would be available for purchase. They seem to be promoting the idea that you can purchase using your phone if you're at work, which suggests that perhaps the player limit could end well before an 8-hour shift. Quite worrying, as I would like to have imagined that we all had a fair chance of 24 to 48 hours before it was removed from the store, as it would make sure that every dedicated player and creator would gain access. But it's yet to be seen how long it actually remains on the store, so if you want my advice, buy immediately. I will be working during this period, and I swear, if I don't get into early access, I'm going to delete the channel. Well, maybe. So before we transition into early access, let's have a look at 5 of the very best beta creations. It was a difficult decision to get it down to only 5, but I chose ones which gave a great first and overall lasting impression. Creations which also felt like more complete experiences. So if your creation or one that you personally love wasn't included, we'd love to hear what it was down in the comments below. The first creation on our list is Tame Corruption. How can you take the 3D platforming genre and flip it on its head? Literally flip the level using time controls. You have full control over the level, manipulating it in many ways to progress or find hard to reach secrets. The best platformers from Little Big Planet, for us, were ones which tried to add an interesting gimmick on top of an already stellar piece of platforming. When you look at games such as Super Mario Galaxy 2, the game features a new gimmick in every single level to keep it fresh, and if 3D platformers are to continue to entertain in the long term, they need that special something which Tame Corruption does expertly. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this creation? It's the music, right? Clearly creating stunning graphics is a walk in the park for this creator, and it's no surprise considering this is by none other than John Beach, a prominent developer at Media Molecule since the good old days of Little Big Planet 2. Here he presents Beach Pool. No ego involved, we're sure. For anyone coming into Dreams looking to be wowed by graphics, play Beach Pool. For anyone who wants to play a real game inside Dreams with professionally fluid controls, play Beach Pool. And obviously, if you enjoy pool games, play Beach Pool. We encountered a lot of things in the encounter. An incredible atmosphere. You really do feel like you are trapped, isolated in this lonely, mysterious space station. A companion full of character who behaves and is animated extremely well. I can only hope that the creator Big Surf has plans to add voice acting, as it would elevate the character even further. And not only are the graphics incredible, but the level of intricate detail is impressive. I found myself just staring off into space, literally, as well as studying and taking mental notes of how to produce an environment of similar quality. Even parts in hard to reach places were fully detailed. Despite the brief resurrection of the music rhythm genre, they don't really get talked about anymore, and I kind of miss that. So when Fretstar came along, it brought back that old school craving I had when I just couldn't stop playing that expensive plastic guitar. Not only is the presentation top notch from the various menus and music roll, but the tracks on offer were really well made. Only 2 songs were available, but we can see this growing naturally over time as more tracks are added, as well as perhaps some rockers rocking out in the background in true Guitar Hero rock band style. This last entry is actually based on a Little Big Planet 3 level of the same name. Everything in Project Hill Redux is identical in terms of structure, narrative and visual presentation, but what attracted me to it the most was just how well all of these aspects transitioned into Dreams effortlessly. I am also a huge fan of the survival horror genre, and I truly hope that Dreams can breathe some life back into it. It was also one of the most complete levels I played, with a clear beginning, middle and end. That could be contributed to the fact that the level had already been designed in another creative game, making this more of a remake, but it had its own identity and felt completely fresh. A lot of people are afraid in more ways than one that horror games won't be welcomed in Dreams, but based on encouragement directly from Media Molecule themselves, we will hopefully see a lot more of these types of creations, including plenty from us at Little Big Animation. So that was our top 5 Dreams Beta creations. Agree? Disagree? Something you'd like to recommend? Let us know down in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next Dreams video.